We got breaking news in Venezuela. It's happening right now. A major blackout as workers begin their commute home. The state-owned electricity operator blamed the outage about they're saying a power war. One side is saying sabotage, the other is saying no. They're just saying these are rolling blackouts. The power grid is poorly maintained in Venezuela. There's a lot of developments coming out of Venezuela right now. Let's get to former U.S. Ambassador to Venezuela, Shapiro. Ambassador, separate from the blackouts, there was a journalist, Venezuelans are outraged. A journalist was killed in Venezuela. His name is Alí Domínguez. He entered the hospital with a fractured skull. They broke his nose. They knocked out his teeth. He died the morning of Wednesday, March 7th. Ambassador, he was covering corruption at the Bolivarian University there. Your take on a journalist now being murdered?
Look, these guys don't know what to do, so they're using repression. It's the only alternative they have. They've tossed out the German ambassador to Venezuela. They've thrown out a couple of U.S. reporters. They've been attacking Venezuelan reporters. They really don't know what to do as the economy collapses. You talked about this blackout, long lines at the gas stations, and their oil production is collapsing.
Ambassador, you make an important point. Stay on the issue of the journalists. To your point, we're seeing 36 journalists thrown in prison there, nearly 900 political prisoners in Venezuela. So where's the outrage here?
Well, that's what you need to do. I mean, we need the American media to pay attention to it so that folks here are aware of what's going on. I mean, Human Rights Watch has been very active. There are hearings in the Senate today. I mean, people are talking about this, but you got to get the American people to pay attention.
Ambassador, to your point, General Jerry Boykin was on our show last night. He's saying this is Marxist communism, what is going on with Nicolas Maduro there. He's a Marxist dictator. He's repressing the media. He's murdering journalists. He's throwing them in prison. Marco Rubio has been talking about this. He's trying to shut out any coverage of the truth of what's going on in his Marxist dictatorship. Your reaction to that?
Well, whether he's a white cat or a black cat, the fact is that he's incompetent, doesn't know how to administer the country. His policies are bad. He's a corrupt dictator. And that's what counts in my book, and that's what we ought to be outraged about.
Ambassador, thanks so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate seeing you, sir.